Yo, 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 welcome back to We'll Name the Show Later. This is episode 5 of season 1. The Aunties are finally into series number 2. This is part 1 of series number 2. They're kicking math facts and all of the wisdom. So sit back, relax, drink something, spark something, ingest something, and relax and enjoy the show. Peace.
All right. We're back like bra straps. This is We'll Name the Show Later. I'm Lola Fax, aka Bobby Analog, your girl with the big belly and the white baby hairs. I'm with your girl, Shawnee B. Say what's up, Shawnee B.
What up?
All right. After our first episode that we split into several different mini episodes, we learned some different things. I learned that maybe I got a little bit of a potty mouth, that maybe I need to calm it down a little bit. But, my personality is what it is. I'm going to be me at all times. But, I want to, what's it called? I want to engage with a broader audience. So I'm going to try to bring it down just a little bit, just a tweet.
You gonna
And that also, I want to track more.
try?
And that also, I talk a little bit too fast, but I have a lot of fast thoughts. So to try to hurry up and get them out, I speak fast. And that also, I have mad ADD. So I really do need to really focus in and hone in on what I'm talking about. So we're going to work on that, and hopefully these next coming few episodes will really get in on you really see who we are, and that you really be able to enjoy the next few episodes. Shawnee, was there anything that you wanted to add to that?
No, no. Let's go. Let's get into it. Let's get it cracking.
All right. So, was there any, first off, was there any pop culture you wanted to get into?
Okay, not necessarily pop culture because I don't
Mhm.
know of too many people who have heard of this show or even seen this show. But there's this new show on Hulu. I think
Mhm.
it's called Unprisoned. I don't know if you've heard about it, but it's pretty interesting. And there was a scene in there where the father was talking to the daughter about being the main chick, the jump off, and the side chick, and how he was.
I'm sorry, I had to pause you one quick second.
Mhm.
What is the difference between the jump off and the side chick? I'm not quite sure
Okay,
what the
this this
difference
is
is.
this is what I wanted to get into. This is what I wanted
Okay.
to do. Okay,
Okay.
supposedly, okay, the jump off is in between the main and the side chick because the jump off, you don't lie to your jump off. You tell your jump off everything. You let her know everything, good and bad. You never lie to her. The main, you lie to because you care about how they feel. But the jump off is just the step to get to the next person. And then the side chick is just available. That's what he stated. And I was wondering what you thought about that. Uh huh.
I'm so
I was
confusion.
confused too. And I was
I'm
like,
so confusion.
I,
Like I'm confused on the side chick and the jump off piece, because the jump off, I thought that was just the one I thought that was the one hit a quitter. I thought that's what that was. And the side chick that's the one. Well, you lying to everybody, to be perfectly honest. Like, you don't lie to the jump off, because the jump off knows who she is. That's the one that you smash, and that
and you come
she
back
knows who
to
she
every
is.
and it,
You
yes,
boom, 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 and then that's it.
right.
But she knows that's all she's good for.
hmm
But that's not between the side chick, because that's all she's literally the bucket.
Look at you refraining.
Because you know what I was gonna say.
exactly where you were going.
And we only like 5 minutes in. But she's the
The
bucket.
bucket.
She's the bucket. So,
You can just put
and
the
she's
words
the
up.
receptacle. She's the receptacle.
Just put the words up in editing. Go ahead.
And so, being that's her sole purpose, maybe she's the person that he goes to when he wants to pillow talk. You know, um, I don't know, but I don't see that person being the go between a side piece, because I feel like the side piece is the person that is like your homie lover friend when maybe the wifey isn't doing something. I don't know. I really can't call it. I don't really. I I don't know. I I'm
Okay.
not a man, and I don't have a side piece, a jump off, and a spouse, so I can't really explain the ins and outs of that one.
The thing,
Um,
the thing is, why I even brought that up in the first place is because. Sorry, I had a phone call. Um, yeah,
already.
I know this is tacky, y'all, but I'm gonna do it anyway because you'll hear her on the group chat episode when we have group chat episodes. Ma'am, I am in the middle of recording. Okay,
Oh
bye.
wow. Oh wow.
Just had to do that.
Not only did it ring, but she actually answered the phone.
I did.
The disrespect, the absolute and utter disrespect.
It's okay. She
Mhm.
understands, and they
I
understand.
don't.
Sometimes you got to
I
pick up
don't
the
though.
phone. Sometimes you.
I don't. Okay. Okay.
So what I'm
Okay.
what I'm saying is the video that I sent you earlier of old girl where she was like, I'm gonna go see my man. I miss him. I'm gonna pop up on him and surprise him. And she found out that he had a whole wife in a whole nother area. That's why I brought that up in the first place. Like, I have a feeling that old girl knew she was a side piece.
So he's been working on the house. They've, renovated and gutted it out. So he was there to like project manage, and I really, really miss him. And so I'm gonna do a pop up to surprise him. So follow me. But first, I'm gonna go to Charlotte, hang out with my little cousin. She's having an event, so this just happened to be knocking two birds out with one stone. I'm gonna hang out with her for a little bit, and then he's like an hour and a half away from her, and then I'm gonna go and yeah, follow me. All right, guys, I'm about an hour away, and I kind of think that he knows I'm up to something. Because he called me twice, and I was still in the car within the last 2 hours, and I was just like, oh, I just been running errands all day, me and Snow. Say hey, Bubba. Say hey, Snow. So I will keep us updated, and I'll see you in a bit. Hey guys, so I'm in Charlotte. I'm with my cousin. Say hey, Day Day. Who would have believed that I would still be at my cousin's house? So guess what? Y'all saw my stories. You see my love story panning out on TikTok. Who would have ever thought that I pop up on my boyfriend and his wife answers the door? What? Yeah. He has a whole wife. He's been married. She said they celebrated 7 years. Yeah. And this man's still texting me right now. He couldn't come outside. This woman was like, I was wondering. She said, I was wondering who was born in your phone. She was blaming me, said that I knew. This man has lived a double life. For 5 months we've been together. A double life. This man has pretended to love me and to court me. And we just came back from Vegas. Y'all saw the trip we was laughing and joking about. And I'm so happy that I waited for so many things. And I feel sorry for her because she's stuck with him. I'm gone. But it's just another lesson. But who would ever thought? Why me? I'm in shock. I was so happy. I was popping on the love of supposedly love of my life. Like, be careful out here, women. These men are terrorists. Be careful out here and pray for me, please.
From that video, that's why I said something about the main, the jump off, and the side piece. And I think old girl might have just been the jump off.
I don't think she gave that impression because the jump off knows their position. They know because okay, so according to old dude, she's recording her love affair with this dude. If you're the
Which
jump
is,
off, why are you recording your love affair? That's not part of the jump off handbook. That's
yeah.
actually page 1. That's in the forward, like thou shalt, that's like in the commandments, thou shalt not put this on Front Street. That's not what you do because you typically, as a jump off, you typically have your own thing going on. They have their own thing going on. Y'all just come together when y'all need to have something happen and then y'all go your separate ways.
Mhm.
She was developing a whole relationship 5 months in the game. There was nothing jump offish about that situation.
My thing about that is this is my whole issue. I don't care if you record your life for the world and you want everybody to know what's going on, what's happening and all that. How much of it, right? How much of it do you are you okay with the embarrassment? Because that's embarrassment. Like is it all about the looks, the likes, the loves, the hearts, and oh boo boo, I'm so sorry for you. I'm sorry that happened to you. I mean, is it almost like a simple Munchausen? Like, what is it really? Because too much
Well, well, okay. So going back to the jump off thing,
to what he
like,
said.
okay. So again, I don't believe. First off, again, I can't.
Just say the word.
However that man was able to explain jump off, he did a piss poor job. I don't agree with it. Like,
I'll have to
if
find the clip and send you the clip. But it's
I
on.
don't
I
I don't
think
agree with it at all. I don't. Maybe I'm old school. Maybe these new school cats is doing something different. But jump off is definitely bottom of the barrel, and side piece is that's the side piece is with who you putting up, maybe, and that's your mistress or whatever.
okay.
So anyway,
Wait.
but
Mistress and side pieces, two different things as well, ma'am.
that is true, but a side piece can typically elevate faster to a mistress than a jump off. A jump. What's the other word for a jump off? Gosh, it's gonna come to me later on. Um,
Isn't a jump off like friends with benefits?
no, no, no. A jump off is not even a friend with a benefit.
You
That's
just
the
giving me names.
dang. What's the word? Because it's real. It's mad disrespectful. It's wildly disrespectful. Um, like that's the person that you cordially invite to engage in fellatio. That's the person that you cordially invite to personally meet your genitals.
That's
That and
that's it.
that's all you do, that's all they're good for. Dang, what's the word for that? Dang, I can't think of it. I can't think of it. But it's an older term. It's an older term, but I can't think of the term at this point. But it's I if someone ever called me a jump off,
I feel
I would
some
be
kind of way about
I
that
would be I would yeah, I would be
because
ready to
that's my
fight.
whole thing. And I was a good one for that. I was like, I'm not trying to be anybody's jump off. Like, it's not just
Mm,
hit it and quit
mm,
it. And
mm,
yeah, no. Like,
yeah, that's not cute.
even if I don't want a relationship with you per se, right? I'm still not trying to be a jump off.
And then that kind of goes back to our prior conversation where we were talking about casual sex
Hmm.
and kind of separating that from, kind of keeping that separate and different from, you know, Well, again, we both agreed that we are unable to just
Can't do
go
it.
out and do it.
No.
We can casually have sex with our significant other,
Correct.
but to engage it in casual sex with a dude that we just meet,
Absolutely not. Can't do it.
it is a little bit harder
For
to
me, yes.
do
For
that.
us,
For some, we're not knocking it. If you do
no.
it, more power
That's
to
on you.
you. But for us, it is a little bit more difficult. But anyway, back to what you were saying about putting your life on all over the internet. That's a new school thing.
Yeah.
We didn't. I was, we were born in the 70s, or
Mm,
even though it's at the late part of the 70s, it's still the 70s.
absolutely.
We are Gen X. Is that what it is? We Gen
I think that's
X.
what we are. Yeah.
And that's just not what we did. We were
No,
also taught to not volunteer your information.
that's right.
We were also taught, we were, I mean, we were taught some independence. We didn't rely upon phones because you know what? We didn't have phones. It was
No,
nothing to
no,
live
we
in a house
did.
that didn't have a phone. Huh?
No, we had cell phones. We
I
had the first cell phones.
We had okay, I'm sorry. I didn't have a cell phone till I was out the house and in the Navy, and that's
Oh no, man.
that
Oh
brick.
yeah, I had that big one,
Mm-mm.
and
Yeah,
then
no.
after that big one, I had kind of like the big one that had the little flip right here. I was
Mm-mm.
like 16, maybe 15 or 16, because
No.
in junior high, I had a phone in junior high. And the reason why I can tell you I had a phone in junior high is because do you remember the movie Clueless?
Mm-hmm.
Movie Clueless, that's how I used to dress and that's how we used to act. And we could have swore we were them. We come out the classroom, boom, where are you? And yes, that was us. So
Bougie
we
Fantastico.
we were the we were the first generation with the cell phones. We were. We were.
Yeah, I don't
But
know. I don't know nothing about that. I don't know
it
nothing
was
about that. I was still using payphones. I had a beeper. I had that nice little I had a cute little
oh the
Motorola
little
beeper. It was
uh-huh.
clear and it
You can
was
get clear look.
blue. And
Yeah.
it didn't have the little okay, so this pretend that this is a beeper. It didn't have the writing at the top. It had on the side, so I thought I was special.
Yeah,
So,
the
but
flat one.
I never had a sidekick or nothing. So I went from a house phone with a cord, then I
Hmm.
went to a cordless phone. Whoop whoop whoop. Then we got extra funky. We had we had a phone with not what's that three-way calling, so we had them party lines all
Oh,
night long.
remember the party lines.
Hey.
Yes.
And then we had that, and then we had star 69, because we are balling out of control. And then I left my mama's house. Oh no, I'm sorry. We first started with the rotary phone. I mean, we got to
Oh well,
keep it
yeah.
OG. We
Of course we
OG. We got to keep it OG first. Then
yeah, of
we
course we
had
have.
start OG, for OG with the that thing that will scare your
But
soul right out of your body
do you
when it rings.
remember when you first could get a separate line on your landline? Could nobody tell me nothing because I had a separate line. I had a separate number. It was only one digit off from the main line, the main house number, but I had a separate line. So when it would ring differently, I would knew everybody knew it was my line calling, not the regular house phone.
I feel like I got
You
a
remember
chance
those?
to do that because my daddy worked for the phone company. I feel
My
like we got a
my
chance to
mom
do
did
that.
too. She worked for GTE.
Oh, my daddy was working for it was Pac Bell. Shout out
Mhm.
Pac Bell. And then it turned into AT&T. Um, I still got one of the Pac Bell button down shirts. I can't
Oh
fit
damn.
it, but yeah, old school. I can't fit it.
I'm not gonna even
Um,
say what I want to say to that, but okay.
my belly.
No, I was
But
gonna say that's a little hoarder s to still have it, but it's okay.
no, old school, old school. I think I still got an old school Raiders starter jacket, like vintage.
I wish I still had my starter jackets. I had some dope leather starter jackets, but I still have a old school Adidas bomber jacket that I
Ooh,
still put on. And I had
ooh.
that sucker when I was in high school. You can tell me nothing. And I still wear it.
So I'm gonna tell you, like. we're going to get to the topics, y'all,
Oh
and we're
yeah,
going to go. We are going to segue back to
what we were talking about.
talking about, but it's the flow is so good. But um, speaking of like clothes, I was such a nerd for a long time. So
What you mean?
um, I didn't have any style. Even I would say even still now, I don't really have any style.
You do
Um,
have style, ma'am.
No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't call it a style. I try to keep it classic because you can't go wrong with the classics, you know. Um,
Ma'am,
but you see. I don't know the names of the people who like the
you
style icons, but I will throw some clothes on for show
no,
because I'm
ma'am,
not going outside.
you have style. You try. I don't. I'll put on something and be like, okay, oh, that's a cute t-shirt. Oh, that's a cute jumpsuit, and I'm out. You, ma'am, put outfits together. I don't do that anymore. The only time I try to put an outfit together is if I have to work.
Emphasis on any more, but you've done something in the past. Like I have to work towards it. But in any event, I was very much just a very nerdy person. My mom was not the one to buy a bunch of clothes,
Mm,
and so and she wasn't she was an older parent, so she wasn't hip to game, so she didn't know what to put on us. So she would send my older sister to go shopping for us. And that was problematic because my sister is a good 17, 18 years older than me.
yeah.
So she wanted to take me to Lane Bryant to go shopping. And I'm in ninth grade. I entered ninth grade as a 12-year-old. Imagine a 12-year-old entering ninth grade wearing Lane Bryant clothes.
but
I was like, you know what I'm saying? So I
part
always
of
looked
that is
crazy.
because you had siblings too. Because you had siblings, like everybody has a shot. I had only child syndrome, so that's the only reason why.
But the only siblings my mom was taking care of at the time was me and my younger sister, and to some extent, the sister above me, who
Mhm.
was 9 years older than me, but she was working. And so
Okay.
she was in her 20s. She was
Mhm.
working, making her own money. So she wasn't getting no clothes being bought. But my mom, she had, they were raised in South Central. They they used to having to scrape. And even though I came up in the suburbs for the most part, I have vivid memories of, when I was younger, sleeping in a bed with a couple of my siblings, and we're sharing one bed in this one bedroom place, and there being roaches, and doing making do with what we got. And then when we moved from LA to Chino, at the
Mhm.
time, I was like, "Oh my God, cows." Ah, it was so exciting. I said, "Horses." I gagged. I just gagged because I'm like animals, right?
Right,
Oh,
right.
let me tell you, before I even get there, there's this little now again, we lived in the hood. It was a super hood, but it was, hood. And I had never seen a white person just in my neighborhood. In fact, I had never seen any white people anywhere in person, right?
Okay.
Because my doctor was black, my dentist was
Oh
black,
wow.
right?
Uh-huh.
And so when this little white boy had walked through I'm like, where the heck he come from? And I looked at him like he was a different species. And I was like, oh, oh.
She said, "Where did?"
And I wanted to touch him. Could poke him, and I was like, "Oh, his eyelashes, they're so long." And I'm looking, and I'm like, "Do y'all see him?" For the life of us, we could not understand why he was there because that's not his neighborhood. Why are you in our space? We didn't have a problem with him there, but we just couldn't understand
Mhm.
why he was there. But then we moved to Chino. That's all that's
Yeah, that's
around
the
there's
whole
white people. And
absolutely.
then we had the complete opposite experience. But
Yeah, let me touch you. No, I'm just kidding.
oh no, it became let's cross the street when they see us.
Oh,
It became let me call the KKK on y'all. It became a totally different experience.
what year did you guys move to Chino? Because my grandparents had a house in Chino, but they moved. They were only there maybe like 2 years, but that was like late 50s, okay, probably 59 or 58 when they moved to Chino. And then they only had their house for like a year, and then they moved somewhere else.
We moved in, I want to say 86, 87.
Wow. I
Yeah.
thought you were going to say like 82 or so.
No.
Wow. And
That's why that's why I can say I have vivid memories of being in
it
LA.
was like that. Damn.
Yeah, it was very like because they still had a lot of dairy farms out
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah.
And
They
so when
just
you
now
woke
are
up in
getting
the
rid of them.
morning, when you woke up in the morning, you smelled.
That smell is god awful.
Yeah, and then it was crazy because the people who were the most racist towards us, they were the brokest, and I always thought that's the craziest thing. It'd be the people who are literally socioeconomically worse off than us who hate us the most. And I'm like, I can see why you hate me, but it should not be because of my color. It should be because you are literally like worse than us. Like,
Hmm.
be mad because you can't get a better job. Be mad because quite honestly, I'm smarter than you. Be mad for any other reason, but don't be mad at me because my skin is beautiful.
Right.
I mean, there's so many other reasons why you could be mad, but like, be mad because my hair goes towards the heavens and yours goes straight towards hell. Be mad
Ooh.
that that God loves my skin and it doesn't automatically get cancer as soon as I step into the sun. Be mad for that. Don't be mad because you think I am somehow you think you have some you think I am somehow inferior to you
Yeah, yeah.
simply because I'm darker. I think that somehow you have the inferiority complex to believe that you're superior simply because of of someone's skin tone. I think that's a mental thing. That's a mental defect.
That's
But it's whatever.
crazy to me that you had that experience.
As a child,
That that's crazy to me because honestly and truthfully, I've never had to deal with that ever. Um, and I didn't think I would ever have to have those kind of conversations and talk to my children about that until what, 2019, maybe 2018 is when I had to have that conversation with my children because the climate has gone back to that.
you
Um,
didn't have to have that conversation once the Orange Menace started becoming popular? You didn't have to have those conversations?
I did not have to have it until about 2018, 2019.
Wow, then you count yourself blessed because I was having those conversations with my middle baby before then.
Mm,
He was middle school. I'm gonna put the city on blast. Temecula Valley School District in the middle school in this area. He's walking home from school. As he's walking home from school, he gets called the N word,
mm,
and he's my color, even though his father is Puerto Rican and his father is quite light. He took on my color, so you would
right.
never believe that he's of mixed
Mixed
ancestry.
race. Hmm.
Um, he gets called an N-word by as he's walking home, gets a shake thrown at him. The kids at school calling him the N-word. Then they tell him because they tell him because Trump is going to be president, they can say anything they want to say.
And that's
And this is why he's in the 8th grade, y'all. This is why he's in the 8th grade. My
mm-mm.
10-year-old right now, 10 years old, I live in Winchester, California. As he's crossing the street legally in the crosswalk, grown man who of the palm colored persuasion wants to call him an N word as he's crossing the street with his little chocolatey friend. So I've had to tell my
Oh
babies,
no.
yes, friend. Yes. So I've had to have these conversations with my kids since they were tiny, because I've I've had it with my daughter, because we felt it. We don't out here a lot of time the girl she hasn't out overtly been called things, but she's kind of it's that
She's still
passive racism
experiencing it.
where
Yeah.
the passive where you're getting ignored in the store. You
Mm.
don't you literally come in, you get ignored, right? But as soon as maybe a dandruff demon comes in, they get immediate service. People are bending over backwards, serving them tea and crumpets, but we're getting ignored. Like I have a, I have,
I
I got.
don't do that.
I have a credit. I have a wallet like $90,000 worth of credit in my purse,
Hmm.
but you don't want to serve me. Okay, I'll take my money
You don't.
elsewhere.
Yep. I'm one of those. You don't speak to me when I walk into a space. Guess what? I won't be spending my money in here. I won't.
So now I got to explain to my daughter why she sees a dress that she wants. Why we have to go to multiple stores because we keep getting ignored in the stores in this Temecula Promenade Mall over here.
And it's also, yeah, it's the area you're in that
Oh,
they that they find it
it used,
acceptable to behave that way.
it
Yeah.
used to be a strong neo-Nazi presence here. Hemet
Hmm.
used to be a sundown town. You would never guess
I
in
knew that
California, but
that
it
we
used
had
to
a
be a
sundown.
sundown town.
Hmm. Yeah.
You would think in California, oh, it's the West Coast. No,
Nope.
you know what? Give me that old school Southern racism, because at least I know you hate me. You can hate me in my face, cool. It's ugly, but at least I know who you are that hates me. This covert racism, you smiling in my face, but you plotting to stab me in my back.
Hmm.
That's some snake ass bullshit.
Yeah.
That's some pussy ass bullshit. Nah, be a man, stand in your shit. Go be a man, be a woman. Say it in my face. Call me what you want to tell me in my face. Don't sit there and pull some bullshit. You're gonna call me a name and walk off. Because I'm gonna snatch you. I'm gonna bust your head open. Now at least be a man and say it in my face. Be a
Right.
woman and say it in my face. You gonna call little kids something?
That
But
is.
they would never do that shit with a
Oh,
grown ass person there.
absolutely not. Absolutely not. I did not know that happened to the baby.
So they would
That's,
never do. If I was there, they would never. And of course, they gonna do it in a car. They did it in a
yeah,
car
so
and
he
sped
can, yeah,
off.
and speed up.
But I promise you, if my ass was there, they would have kept it quiet. Or if they said anything, they would have took off. Same thing happened to my sister. She's in a big old Highlander, and she has a handicap placard. She's trying to park. This this mayo this mayo
Just with the words. Just with the words.
a member of the Mayo militia sat up there calling her out her name, a black bee, because she has to turn wide because she has a larger
He
car.
has a larger vehicle. Yeah.
You see, this woman has a larger car. Why would you expect her not to have to turn wide? What in that small inbred head of yours would make you think she wouldn't have to turn wide? But and of course she says it as she's driving off. Stand in your shit. See, if I'm gonna talk shit about you, I'm gonna stand in your face about it. I'm not gonna be a punk about it and drive off.
It's the climate. They're not that comfortable
They
right
they are
now.
emboldened with it. They are
Yeah.
emboldened, but they all they do is talk. They don't want to stand in it. They don't
They
want to
don't.
stand in it.
They don't. They don't.
Bunch
But it's coming
They
out.
go they gonna catch the right one. They gonna
Oh,
catch the right one.
the
They're not
right
gonna
one
be
on the wrong
fast
day.
enough. See, that's
That's the
this
problem.
and this is why I'm certain God has not allowed me to 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 be out there because He already knows that I am the right one.
Right. It's gonna be a problem.
Because I'm just talking about it and I am upset.
I see. It's just I don't see it getting any better.
It's only
Uh,
going to get worse. It's going to
it,
be a race riot.
yeah,
So black people,
it's gonna get back there.
Asian
There's no ifs,
people,
ands, or buts about it. It's going
His,
back.
Hispanic people, every person of color, if you know what's good, get you a license to carry, get you a gun license and stock up. It's going to be a riot because these people out here, the ones, and I'm not talking about white folks because there's a difference between white folks and white people. If you know, you know.
Right.
White folks is cool. White people are a problem.
Auntie stands for aviation maintenance technician. The people who fix airplanes.
I'm sorry, I don't know what happened there.
The white people are going to cause an issue. The white people are the ones who are sitting there and saying, "Hey, let's I'm not going to go into that's too much like politics, but
Okay, okay.
that's just get you I'm already we got the Mossberg, we got the Shoddy pump action, we got the 40. I'm ready excuse me, I'm ready to get rifles. I'm ready to get the babies some smaller handguns because if they teach their children about how to proper gun safety because I don't think I'm not opposed to guns. I'm not opposed to proper gun safety because they have their place. I don't see the need to have large semi-automatic weapons. I don't see the point in that.
No, no,
Um,
no.
but certain things, fine. But if they can teach their kids how to do, why not? Why aren't we teaching our kids how to, these things? They are stocking up. Why aren't we stocking up? They I anyway, super heavy, super heavy.
Yeah,
Sorry,
we did
y'all.
get heavy. Sorry, you guys.
So anyway, on a lighter note, back to what you were saying. What's the question?
How do we segue back into?
Oh my God, I'm
How do
so
we
sorry,
segue back
y'all.
into to jump offs and side pieces and
Oh, you know what? We were talking about how about the need to
mm,
post
to
everything, and
put
we were
every
talking
life
about
on the online so everybody can see
yeah,
you and love you
it's
and feel so bad for you and all that extra stuff. Yeah,
yeah, I just what it's I don't see the need to put everything on the internet.
nor do I.
That's
Nor do I.
yo
My
yo
life is
yo.
my life, and if you know me, you know me. If you don't, you don't. And what I allow the world to know of me is just going to be that. I'm like this. This is a lot for me. The reason why I say this is a lot for me, this whole podcast thing is a lot for me because I'm letting someone into my world. I'm letting you all into my world. I'm letting you all in and knowing a little bit about me here and there because when I speak about my experiences. So that gives you a little more insight into me. And I'm not that person, especially when it comes to me and my business and what I do for a living. I've never been that type. I'm very friendly with my clients and my customers, but I know more about them than they know about me. And it's just always been like that. So this is a big step for me, but there's no way that I'm going to put my whole business out there online on a personal page or a business page and let everybody know what I'm doing, how I'm doing, and who I'm doing it with. And then you guess what? When he hurts my feelings or when they hurt my feelings, I want everybody to know about it so you can say, "Oh, Tink Tink, I feel so bad for you," and put crying emojis or wow emojis or whatever gifs, whatever you want to call them, and for people to put that up, that ain't me. But oh girl, she's a seeker. Oh girl, in the video clip that we played, that's a seeker to me. I don't believe that she was just popping up on her dude to be like, "Oh honey, I miss you." No, she knew something was going on. You can't tell me that she didn't know, she didn't have any kind of intuition that something was going on. And she was like, "I'm gonna go see." And guess what? Just what old boy said. When you go looking for something, you're gonna find out. So when you look for something, don't get your feelings hurt when you find out.
I don't know I'm not going to say that she knew. If she was busy chronicling
Oh,
chronicling
yeah, yeah.
her entire relationship, which to me is odd, because I again, we grew up in a time where you just had a relationship. You didn't let everybody know, because what business is it of theirs? Because I am very much of the opinion that if people know your business, there are broads out there who are going to be jealous, and they're going to want to um, they would want to sabotage your relationship because they don't want to see you happy,
Mhm.
or they're going to be so happy, but they're going to want to take what's yours, and vice versa for the men. So I don't see the point in putting all that out there. It's just I don't see the point in putting your jewelry out there, the gifts you got, for what?
Oh,
Because
you don't have
somebody's
the
always gonna
money and just stack the money and have the money
yeah,
out?
and then you're putting out your location,
Yes, get robbed.
then you got them stick-up boys out there who
Mhm.
are like, "Oh, word for real? Cool.
I don't
Thanks
even
for the
let people know.
location."
If I post that I'm going on vacation, guess what? I'm probably back by the time I posted that I'm on vacation. I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm out of town, so somebody can just go to my house and rob my house.
So
Like, I'm
here's the thing, nobody knows where I live. Very few people know where I live, so I don't mind posting I'm on vacation.
not.
'Cause I also have people watching my house when I'm gone. Last
Right,
time I
right.
went on
Same here.
vacation, my sister was here, so it's all good. And I have cameras at my house that, if you're gonna rob my house, everybody's gonna know who you are. So I'm not worried about that. But as far as my possessions, what's going on in my relationship, I don't post too much in the way of my accomplishments, because even though you want to be like, hey y'all, because you're happy, not everybody's rooting for your success.
Everybody,
So,
exactly. And
you know,
let me ask you this. Let's kind of segue into something else, but still there.
mhm.
Do you believe that men can be the same as being messy, or per se wanting another man's life or what another man may have, how women are? Or do you think that's just more of a woman thing? Meaning um like there are some women, like you said, or men or whoever, everybody's not happy for you, so you don't tell everybody your business because you never, I mean, the people you think are here for you and are for you aren't necessarily always for you. But do you think men are?
As always, thank you so much for continuing to come back to support the aunties as they ramble on about absolutely nothing at all. We hope that you got something out of the show. Please come back next week. Also, make sure that you like, comment, subscribe. Make sure that you share the show with others. We don't care who you share it with, just make sure you share it with somebody. And that's pretty much it. Come back next week. We'll hit you later. Namaste and all that jazz. Deuces.